I got it. I'm not the vulgar one.
No, it's definitely me. So my question for you is that usually, right, pick at the beginning, and then we go play the music. Is there gonna be music in this?
Yeah. There,
Okay, well
Of
I
then,
course.
think maybe.
play the music.
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I can barely see Adam. Anyways, hello and
What?
welcome
Here
to
I
a
am.
special edition of In Our Honest Opinion.
Yeah.
I'm Will, and joining me as usual is
I am Marvin, and joining me as usual, sort of, is.
you know,
Adam.
so real quick, right? Because some of you guys are seeing, I guess if you're listening to, might not even know, but there's a video as well now. So like you get to actually see us, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
what we're doing?
Yeah.
So, what's the orientation here? Who's above me and who's to the left or right of me?
So it's going like as if you're reading a book. Will's on the far left, Adam is in the middle, and I'm on the right. So right
Gotcha.
now,
However,
I'm looking at Adam.
Yeah.
however,
And so,
on mine,
Yeah.
I was gonna say on mine, I'm actually to the far right, and Will is in the middle, and Marvin's on the left.
that's funny. No, because I've got Adam there, and then
Yeah.
I've got Mark.
Yeah. So Adams is the only one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got
What?
you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, welcome to another episode. This week we're going to be talking about the bubonic plague,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Getting down with the sickness and all that other fun
Virus
stuff.
de Cervezas.
Um, how
The
much is
wah
Yeah.
But before all of that stuff, let's go ahead and Marvin, you got some stuff to say to the people.
I do. I have a couple things I want to say. First off, I want to say that we are all still alive. Live studio audience is doing well as well. She's waving. Um, yeah, if you can go ahead and give us a 5-star rating and written text review, that'll be great. So hopefully we'll be able to get through all this. And yeah, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Exactly. Digital and
Digital
thoughts and
hugs.
prayers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of it in ouronhonestopinion.com. This is a like thing for us because we're not used to like being seen at the same time. So we don't want, for those of you that are watching this, I don't want you to just be like, oh well, it's just staring at three static faces. No, I'm going to be a little animated. I've given myself a little bit of room here.
Yeah, and the
And
logo's down
also
there.
the what now?
The logo is down there, so
Perfect. Got it.
So,
yeah.
quick question. So, what we're broadcasting this?
No, it's not live. It's gonna be
Oh,
This is going to be it's on our YouTube for those who are watching it.
yeah.
Welcome to YouTube/ in our honest opinion.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, I so last week when we got together, we had talked about I think just the beginnings of this, but then we talked a whole bunch of other entertainment stuff, and the week has definitely transitioned. We've got a few topics that we're going to go over here, and then a lot of this is just the reality I think of how it quickly shifted.
Yeah.
But we've got plenty of entertainment news in there. I don't think we have any comments, so I guess we can just kind of jump right into it. The guys are going to be helping me out a lot more here because I don't have everything in hand. I didn't come prepared. Like I'm
Yeah.
going to be, guys. I did, so I don't have my iPad. I don't have my laptop. I'm doing this through the phone. You guys, the guys have the topics, so this is going to be fun.
Way to go, Will.
Yeah, yeah. I'm responsible, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Last week's episode title.
what was last
It's
week?
true.
Oh yeah.
Sucks, right?
Yeah. Will episode will sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin. Marvin dropped that in on the Marvin dropped that in when he uploaded the episode, and he thought I was just gonna rename the episode. I was all like, no, got this. Capitalize a couple letters, and good to go.
Yeah.
So, what's at the top of the list? Where do we start off?
We Tom Hanks and his wife have the beer.
Oh, they do. They have the beer.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, we're allowed to say it, right? Or we're not. It's gonna end up.
I don't know, honestly. I think I saw a couple of videos where they weren't saying it because they didn't want to get the video taken down.
Yeah, and YouTube's been kind of harsh with that stuff lately.
Yeah, because misinformation is terrible.
So everything that's going on, I mean, it's got the same title as a famous beer that comes from Mexico,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
I thought it was Puerto Rican.
That's
No,
Oh.
bro.
Oh, that's Bacardi is Puerto Rican, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah.
Raza. That's my thing. Anyways, so,
Heck yeah, Will
that
sounds like a robot.
That was a. Oh, is it coming all choppy?
Yeah. I can tell you're on
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
Oh,
yeah. Every once in a while, it comes through choppy, and now it stopped for me.
Yeah.
so that's because a call somehow made it through.
Oh,
Anyway,
there we go.
all right, I'm back.
This is gonna be a weird episode.
Yeah, I really don't understand what happened there. Anyways, so that was one of the first big things, right? Is that I think overseas they were talking about that this disease was kind of getting out of hand, right? It wasn't. I don't think that the sheer gravity of it was actually like kind of spoken of. And then one of the first like big movie stars that did get infected was Tom Hanks, and his wife Rita Wilson, right?
Yes.
And
Right.
the internet got sad, which I not funny like I get joy out of it, but I found it a little amusing there that it's all like really now people care.
That's what it took.
Yeah,
It took
because
Captain.
I guess Tom Hanks is like the every person actor or whatever.
Mhm.
He's supposed to be a regular guy, even though
Yeah,
he's
if it
loaded.
happened to Tom Hanks or Keanu Reeves, yeah, people were pretty bummed out.
What about if it was Tom Cruise? Like, would they have really been so upset?
They would have been. Oh, it's Scientology. That's just what happens.
I was gonna say Tom Cruise will never get it.
He'll outrun it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong, if I'm being honest with you.
He'll climb down the Grand Canyon or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands stretched out on the wall, all Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
You got this, Tom. You
Yeah.
got this. So then after that, I think it started. I don't know. I think like the president's addresses were a little bit simpler, right? That like, oh, we got this. We're ahead of it. We're gonna, put a curb to it. And so I think that's when we started seeing like one of our next topics is where a lot of studio releases all of a sudden started getting delayed.
Yeah.
And these are the big ones, right? Fast 9 got pushed back a year.
Yeah. Quiet Place 2.
Which one?
A Quiet Place Part 2 got pushed back.
Yep.
Black Widow got pushed back.
Yep. What's this horror one by Marvel that keeps getting delayed?
Oh, New Mutants has been pushed back for the 5th time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that crazy. But as we saw those happening, we were like, oh wow, like they're taking this a little seriously, right? Because I think right around that time is when they started saying that like, was it no more than 50 people?
Initially, it was no more than 50 people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No
In
more
the
than 50
gathering.
people in the room. And we'll dive a little bit more what bothers me there. What were you gonna say, Adam?
I was gonna say it's now down to 10?
10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is great.
I know.
I mean, all the theaters closed up and everything. I don't know. It's bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a little weird. Well, initially, what restaurants they're doing half the occupancy.
Yeah.
Bars and nightclubs are just closed for the next 30 days.
And what's interesting about that is that AMC is a much larger theater, right? And this is one of the ones that they've completely stopped, right? They've shut it down as well.
Yeah.
But they were doing 50% of the occupancy. We're going to cut it down. Regal Cinemas of all places were like, we're just shutting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then AMC followed suit along with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yep. Fast food, your McDonald's, your Chick-fil-A's, I think Burger King, any place that like has interior seating as far as fast food goes, they're like, no.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
Let's close it out. And now everybody's, you can go through the drive-through. And I think that's
Yeah. I know the Starbucks near my job, they took the seats out in the lobby. Yeah.
good. Good.
Wow.
In Target, and what they did is they taped off the whole area and all the seats. They flipped them and stacked them all in a corner.
Yeah.
And I was like, good. Let the people get the idea. What's frustrating for me throughout all of this, right, is that now, granted, again, a week ago, right, if you listen to our podcast, like, and you should because it's a really good episode.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Let me. But a week ago, it was a normal, right, like IOHO episode, right? The world was
Mm-hmm.
flux as it always is, and then here we are a week later, and less than 10 people, right? We're in the state of Florida, for those who don't know, and bars and restaurants have to close by 10 p.m. now.
Well,
Right?
bars are
Yes.
closed. Bars and nightclubs are closed. Restaurants are the ones that close by 10.
Yeah.
At 10, okay. So, a lot of stuff closing down there, and then you've got other cities that are, closing off even more. I think San Francisco is one that's completely shut down.
Yeah.
I know Italy's suffering the worst of it. And did you guys see where like the water's clean now?
Really?
Like-
What?
All the canals, there's fish in there. There,
Wow.
there's stuff that are like landing like there and actually like chilling. And all that water used to be dark, murky, and you couldn't see the bottom. If you get a chance, look it up. While you're here on YouTube, for those of you that are watching, take a look. Like, there's videos out there, and it's funny though. And it's not just like, hey, look, there's one or two fish. No, hundreds. There are hundreds of fish just swimming through there now like it's nothing.
Wow.
Life finds a way.
Yeah.
I think that we're getting punished.
It it reminds me of a much more interesting The Happening.
Yeah.
Because it's like no one's I was about to say no one, that's not true. I mean, sadly there are deaths because of this, but the idea that like this is going on, right, and now it's causing people to withdraw and that the environment is benefiting in some which way is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is pretty strange. Yeah, I agree.
So but then so then we I think that's the worst like of it here, right? I think is it Italy that's suffering more than everyone else, right?
I don't know. Are they suffering more in China?
I believe so, because I think they're completely. Is it Italy or is it Australia? I think it's Italy, where they're completely closed off. And this is why we don't want to spread misinformation, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta fact check. I can't. But for those of you watching and listening, make sure you look it up. Don't just take our word for it. In this case, this is kind of calling everything that's kind of been happening. It's been a blur of a week. Crazy 7 days.
It would actually be funny if people used us for a news organization.
Yeah. So, and I hope that they get all of the wrong parts that we say, and then just the one part where I'm just all like, "Hi, mom. Hi, kids." Who's spreading misinformation? IOHO.
Yeah.
All press is press, or something like that.
Something.
Anyway, yeah. But so what I found, or what's crazy to me, right, is that I think it is Italy, that they're so quarantined at this point. They've had so many deaths, right, that this is primarily affecting the older population, 65 and older, right?
Mhm.
And somebody mentioned today that, I mean, at this rate, they're going to lose so many older lives, so much of the older generation. And I'm just all like, oh, like, that's crazy. It's going to be left to how many young people?
Yeah.
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 I don't know if that's a good thing.
No.
It's not.
Don't turn Italy into a party country. Like,
No.
I'm good. I'm good. It's the next Cancun. No, thanks.
No.
For those of you who aren't from Florida, right? Spring break is currently going on. Schools got closed down for a month now. Here in Florida, Hillsborough County, all of Florida, actually, I think schools are closed down until April 15th.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, as it stands, exactly. As this continues to, kind of evolve and progress. And then President, what's his name? Dumpy Trumpy, said today that he's expecting this to last till July, August. And that's... Have you guys thought about the... oh, hey, look at him. Look at you. Uh-oh, I was about to say, But with the big studios, did
Oh,
we lose him?
I don't know.
All
Well, keep going.
right. Oh, we are still recording. All right, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Anyways, Adam will jump back in. So as we were kind of looking over everything and kind of talking about everything, one of the things that just like continues to kind of bounce around in my head, right, is that um, people. Oh, I think we've lost video. I think he's there audio.
Yeah.
People are.
Well, you're cutting out.
I'm cutting out.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
can you
go.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
My arm was blocking the Wi-Fi.
Maybe.
I don't think people are
What?
giving this the like mutual like respect that I think it should be getting.
Yeah, I agree.
We are fairly young, right? We're not as old as Jared's like 80 something,
Yeah.
right? But I'm 36, all right? Fairly decent health.
Yeah.
Marvin, you're about that, aren't you?
I'm
What are you,
36. Yeah.
36. All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Adam's 36 as well, right? Like
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened. I don't know what happened.
your video went out, but your audio's still coming in.
Yeah.
But my audio is still coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Oh,
it's
there
coming back. It's trying. There we go.
Okay.
Adam is back.
Yeah.
People who are just listening to this will be like, "What is happening with this train wreck?"
Yeah.
This is a first for us, guys. So just bear with us.
Yeah. So, anyways, but it's the idea that like just because we're younger and we can't get right as some of the older generation, it's the idea that we don't want to pass it along, and it's the way the way I'm kind of viewing this, and I think it puts a lot into the light, in the same way that, and I hate to kind of go this dark, right, but in the same way that when Donald Trump ran for president, you saw a lot of that like hateful, racist, like kind of behavior come out or whatever.
Yeah.
That I don't feel like was as obvious as it was until he started running. This is one of those things that really puts into perspective how many people like they just don't care about the overall well-being, right, of people. It's all like we're one big machine. If I do my part and you do your part, and then the next person does their part, right? As long as two guys are doing their part, like then we're kind of helping the overall like community.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much people like they just don't care.
Yeah.
The beaches here for spring break are packed.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
College kids saying that whatever, we're young, this doesn't really affect us. We're going to go ahead and live it up. We're not going to let a good day go to waste because of this.
Yeah.
It's a little disrespectful.
And well, some people were like, "Oh, flights are so cheap." When it first started, it's like, would you rather die with the Eiffel Tower in the background or die with I-20 in the background?
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. I'd rather not die with any of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
You guys, I was going to ask just that way we can put it into perspective. How has your work been affected by this?
Friday afternoon, I got sent home because I'm considered high risk. I'm required to work from home for the indefinite future.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Short window.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually a pretty big window.
August.
Yeah, he said you're stuck at home working till August.
Yeah. Who knows?
Adam, what about you? Have you guys had to change anything? You work in a retail store.
I do. We have not, other than we're cleaning more than ever. They're staying open as far as I know.
Yeah.
And if they close down, I'm probably not going to be getting a paycheck. So I hope they don't.
Ooh.
And I want to touch on that in a second here, as far as like the whole paycheck thing. But just to add to like everyone's working scenario, like I work maintenance. And so there's a lot of people that are, like in our leasing office or whatever, and they've tried to tell like residents stuff across all the properties. They're like, hey, If you don't need to go in the office, don't. You know what I mean? But then for like me and my guys, it's we've ordered a bunch of extra gloves, and every unit that we go in out, we're changing out gloves. We've got all kinds of cleaning products, all the public spaces. Even though right now they're actually locked down, we're still cleaning them constantly because we don't want any of that stuff to spread. And so to jump over to now, you're like what you were saying, Adam, right? If all of a sudden now they said, "Hey, you're just gonna have to stay at home," I don't know if I'm gonna get paid either.
Right.
And I think on the news they're talking about. Have you guys been hearing this? The stimulus package.
Stimulus package, yeah.
Right. What have you guys been hearing about it, or what are people saying as far as like what they're looking?
$1,000, I think, is what they said.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I heard. $1,000, 2 checks.
Oh, 2 checks. Okay, that's a new piece of information.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be 2 checks. One's coming in April, and one will be in May.
Right around the corner.
So both checks $1,000, or $1,000 that is broken up into 2 checks.
Supposedly, but now they're saying that it may.
Supposedly, which one?
Like
500, or 1,000, 1,000.
No, 1,000.
Okay.
As far as I know.
But okay.
Here's the catch: is that they're saying that it's a possibility that it might be, like, say, if you have a family, say you have 3 kids or whatever, you may get more. Depends on your income and everything.
Gotcha.
So now they're throwing all these things into it. So who knows?
Gotcha. And I know I read on the news that there are on I think on CNN or maybe Bay News 9. I don't know. But one of them they were saying that they're the Senate and everything. I guess everyone's trying to work through even through the weekend to see if they can get this figured out by early next week.
Yeah.
How about coworkers? You guys have any like coworkers and their response to any of this kind of stuff?
I have a couple that, well, one of them said this is all overblown and ridiculous. People are just overreacting.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got people that I overheard people talking, right? Even like people out and about that they're all like, they need to give me that money. I need it. That there's a new this out, and I'm just like, I mean, that's not what it's for. I think the intention for this is to help cover like childcare, like
expenses,
not daycare expenses, but childcare expenses, because now you've got those
right.
people at home, so they need food, they need what the hell's up with this toilet paper thing, which we'll come back to. But like that's what it is. It's all the foods and snacks, and even some items to kind of keep them entertained, because now they're at home.
Yeah.
And early, you know what I mean, than usual, and for a lot longer than expected. It's crazy that just for me at least, I'm curious as to whether or not it will actually make a difference, right? Because I feel like phrasing it as a stimulus package, very reminiscent of when Obama did a stimulus package back in the day, and that didn't really do much for the economy.
Yeah.
So intention for this is to stimulate the economy so that way businesses don't suffer, or for the American people.
We had that George Bush or George W. stimulus too.
Yeah, what, $500 or something like that?
I don't know. It was like 600 or something. I remember I went out and bought a PS3. So
$100
nice.
PS3. Yeah.
Nice.
That's fun. What was that after 9/11?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because it was George W. in office. So.
Yeah.
Oh wait, well no, he was in office. Jeez, I'm forgetting years.
Yeah.
It was after 9/11.
8 torturous ones. But I'm saying there was that. I'm curious. I can't remember if that stimulus package was in response to 9/11.
No, I think it was during one of our recessions.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was. It was. They wanted people to go out and spend it, so I spent it.
Yeah, good. You did the right thing.
That's right.
America.
Yeah.
Did my government duty.
Yeah, there you go. Right, that's exactly right. What was all right? What else we got on the topic list here? See what we've kind of slashed through.
Let's see. I mean, the NBA season got postponed. I think that's more of a footnote.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, NBA, NHL, like pro sports on indefinite hold.
And let's talk about all the crazy things happening in sports.
Yeah.
Right, where everything got
Bruh.
shut down. Tom Brady left the Patriots.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers might have a valuable player.
Yeah. The Buccaneers
one valuable player
have arguably the best quarterback of all time.
Yeah. So, and my question is, so I'm going to make it clear, right? I'm not huge into sports whatsoever.
Hello?
Right? But,
Eagles.
Yeah, you
Flyers,
just cut out.
Phil,
Run
hold
that
on.
one more time.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, you cut out. You know how to say that again.
All right. So I was asking, right? Because I was saying that I'm not a huge sports fan,
Mm-hmm.
right? Adam was actually letting us know that you are like a football fan.
Yeah, I like football, baseball. I like hockey as well. And they're all Philadelphia teams, so the Phillies, Eagles, and Flyers.
The Flyers, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Marvin, you big into sports?
I NBA and NHL.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what I mean, football season was over anyway, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's supposed to start up in the fall.
yeah.
We'll see.
And should this thing subside, then that should continue on. How do you guys feel about this whole Tom Brady thing? Is it being blown out of proportion? Him leaving the Patriots? That's my question.
Yeah.
For you.
That he spent most of his career there. He got 6
Yeah.
Super Bowls with them. I would think that he would retire with that team.
That's the big deal of it, and I mean, everybody expected him to leave, so it's not a surprise there. It's just a surprise where he's going.
Gotcha. This reminds me a lot of when LeBron was like doing that whole, will I, won't I thing. And eventually,
Yeah.
like I'm going to go to where the money is. Like, I don't understand why Brady's leaving. Are they not paying him enough?
I know he had a free agency, and I think maybe he wanted something different. Maybe he wants to stamp his name on something else, build it from the ground up. Maybe.
I heard it's more of a proving himself, that it's not just the players around him, that he is really that good. So I mean, we'll see.
Okay, bear with me here, adjusting my legs now.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that got sultry quick.
Yeah.
Third leg.
Yeah. So I mean, he's a good player for sure. I mean, I guess I can kind of respect that if he wants to be like, well, let me go out there and kind of show that I am as good as I am.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I feel bad for him because the Bucks. For everyone listening, for everyone watching, I through and through hate the Bucks. I think they're a terrible team. And I used to be a Raiders fan. They won that Super Bowl against the Raiders because they had their coach.
Yeah.
Fight.
I mean, Dungy, he built up a pretty good team.
And then you got the one guy who had the inside scoop.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting overall to see what actually happens with that. I mean, we'll see if the season even goes on as planned. Who knows? Everything's canceled, so.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my God.
He's dead.
No.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein is dead.
Yeah, it's good that the listeners not see your face when you say it. I'm glad. Let's transition, right? Please, Harvey Weinstein. He was the first of the Me Too. I think he wasn't just the snowball that got it started. He was the avalanche.
Oh yeah.
That they got all of that going.
Yeah. True scumbag. Yes.
Yeah.
25 years.
23 years.
23 years. 23 years. With the possibility of getting out on good behavior, right?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm insensitive for this, but he keeps doing this whole like he's hurt.
What was
thing.
me? Yeah.
In the hospital, as well. It's just like I just feel like he's looking for every excuse to get out of whatever. And did they say? I mean, is he in general population?
Oh yeah, I think he is in Gen Pop. Yeah,
Right, because he was. They had him at Rikers.
he's at Rikers.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's Alcatraz. Yeah, whatever. He's gonna have a rock in him.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, probably.
kind of glad that I mean somebody got punished for it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because and as much as I really did like the guy, what's the guy from House of Cards?
Brett Ratner.
No,
Spacey,
No.
Kevin Spacey.
yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has been a House of Cards episode, season, people dying left and right. What?
Yeah, where his accusers are dying.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
have any been near a railway, like
Yeah.
just being shoved out there? Because sweet Jesus, man, it's terrible. But it's like I was saying, I'm glad that what's his name, Weinstein, did get convicted.
Mhm.
Got held accountable finally, because it kind of feels that, like, for the most part, I know that there were a lot of accusations being flung about for a while there.
Yeah.
But how many people were like actually punished for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? But I mean, you might really be able to count them on one hand. Louis C.K. Right?
Yeah, he did that, and that's what got him in trouble.
Yeah.
So it just I mean, he got ousted from Netflix, right? Like, they pulled all this stuff off of Netflix or whatever.
Yeah. Did they pull Louis?
Yeah, he was pulled off the internet, man.
For pulling himself off.
Yeah. He yanked him right off.
Yeah.
It's just done. They were like, "You're finished."
Yeah.
Oh well. I don't know. Well, take it easy, Harvey Weinstein. Good luck. Weinstein.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's not streaming anywhere.
What else you guys got for me?
Disneyland shutting down. 4th time in history. The others were
What?
after September 11th, the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and Northridge earthquake. Mind you, this is California Disney.
Yeah, Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disney World.
What's that?
Disney World finally shut down, but
Yeah.
you're saying Disney has only been shut down 4 times.
Yeah, Disney World shut down during the Hurricane Irma,
Okay.
and I want to say 9/11. So I think this is its third.
I think, and then the Disney World, executives were able to sneak in a bill where they were no longer, no one was allowed to fly over Disney World anymore.
Yeah.
Which is why you see the little planes with the banners on them.
Yeah.
Like, that used to be a much more prevalent thing, and
Yeah.
Disney, no, big important place. Let's slide this in the bill, and it went through with something that it had no reason being, but whatever.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I did a lot of reading up at Disney World. We had the app for 2 years, and so every time I was out there, I was all like, "Well, what new can I learn about Disney World today?" So,
Yeah.
If you do the wrong thing, they'll make you disappear. I know that.
yeah, they'll take you to their underground,
Yeah.
whatever, and get you out of there.
Yeah.
Underground tunnels. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll never be seen again.
And they have a basketball
go
court
to
down
the-
there.
Really?
Yeah.
They got what?
They got a basketball court, like a full-size basketball court down there. Yeah.
Supposedly it's huge. It's like the amount of underground tunnels and everything that they have. I think
Yeah.
is bigger than itself.
Yeah.
Because of how expansive they are. But I'd love to go see it just once.
Yeah.
I don't have to record anything. I don't got to take pictures. Disney, if you're watching, just let me in.
Yeah.
Let me see your in once.
You think they're doing secret experiments down there?
Trying to fuse cast members with their with their
Yeah,
costume.
they're trying to actually turn them into the characters they play.
You are the sheriff of Nottingham. Okay.
Either that or developing
man.
Equisapiens down there.
Oh my god. For those who know what that is, go watch it.
Yeah.
So Honestly, that would make a fun creepy pasta. I hope somebody writes that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll find out.
Yeah.
So if you ever get a chance, you guys, not the listeners, listeners too, the Celebration or whatever I think is the area there around Disney
Yeah.
World,
Disney Celebration.
that like town or whatever. Read up on it. So many people have gotten murdered there.
Really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be something like bigger and happy and everything, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of barren apartment homes.
Really? I know it looks expensive.
Lay and I were in a line once, and I was reading up on it, and I was just blown away by it.
Yeah.
Like how schools and everything were built. It was supposed to be like an actual like new little town right there next to Kissimmee, you know, right in Orlando.
Yeah.
It didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
See that? Disney made it happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was supposed to be happy. Those people did not comply.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Look at what happened.
And look where we are now.
Yep.
On lockdown.
That sucks.
Yeah.
What else? What else we got?
We don't have much. We have indefinite delay, A Quiet Place 2. We already covered that.
Yep.
Pablo Escobar's phone. I don't even know what that is.
Oh yes. So I want to give a shout out to, and I hope we tag him in this, MKBHD, Marquis Brownlee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Pablo Escobar phone, right, is something that I've actually I've been paying attention to. I know it exists, right? Hold on one second here. Anyways,
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I like how you're looking over at me.
Yeah.
The Pablo Escobar phone, right, is a phone that supposedly is made by like his brother, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows, or is
Jimmy Escobar.
bad guy? Yeah, Tommy Escobar, Escobar of soap. I don't know. But this guy went ahead and put together this phone, right? That didn't make it into a lot of people's hands, but it was actually a fairly affordable Android phone.
Yeah.
But it sucked. Fast forward, right? And it's like I had read about it. I watched a few videos on it, and I was all like, "Oh, okay, no thanks, no interest." Well, in hardly no time at all, the Pablo Escobar phone 2 is announced, and it's a phone where when you flip it open, there's a full screen inside, and essentially it looks like the Galaxy Fold. Adam, you had your hand on a Galaxy Fold, right?
I did.
All right. Real quick, nice design, just not for you, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. When it's folded up, it's awfully skinny, and then
Yeah.
it's a little bit too thick for a smartphone. I mean, it folding up like that, it doesn't seem practical in a lot of ways.
When I got a chance to use one, I wasn't impressed by it. Especially you saw the big old crease down the middle if it was open.
Yeah, that's another thing is that it had that stupid crease going down the middle.
Yeah.
That didn't bother me, and it was cool that you could open it to a tablet, but to use a lot of the things on the phone, you had to have it in tablet mode. So I mean it's something that's cool. I just can't see it being practical for anybody.
Yeah.
So to kind of expand on that, right? The phone itself went through like 2 iterations because the screen had parts where the dust can get in and all this other crap, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Samsung delayed their release and whatever, right? So the Pablo Escobar phone 2 looks like this Galaxy Fold. Like everyone's all like, "Holy crap!" And it's only like $500. The Galaxy Fold 2, I think, is like $1,400 or $1,500.
Yeah.
Escobar 2 or whatever, Escobar phone, $500. They're like, how did they manage this? Well, Mr. MKBHD, MBKHD, MHKDB, ABC,
Marquise Brownlee.
him.
Yeah, it's easier if you just call him by his name.
Yeah.
Like jumbling his letters. That sounded sexual.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually released a video. And wait. What? Before I go back to him, There's what's the other guy? This Canadian dude, Adam. You hate his video.
Oh, the unbox therapy guy, or
Thank you. Yep. So Unbox
or
Therapy spoke about the phone. Like they did a video
uh-huh.
on, like, hey, like we got it. It's all like real cool, like high res screen, blah blah blah. And he's just all like, but it's like the Galaxy Fold. Like that's exactly what it seems like. Shout out to Marky Brownlee because he actually got the phone and he was like, hey, this video isn't a review on it to like sell you on it. It's to point out the sham that it is. And he explained the process of what he went about. He paid for the original Escobar phone and never got it. He paid the second one finally after he like tried to argue to get his money back for a little while. They actually sent him an email and were like, hey, sorry for the delay. We're going to go ahead and upgrade you for free and we're going to send you the 2. He got the 2 and it quite literally is the Galaxy Fold and it's got a gold skin on it. He peeled off the gold skin and all of the Samsung markings are all over the phone.
Wow.
This is a Galaxy Fold that they've reskinned, and they're only sending out some to big blogs, to big reviewers, because it looks like they're trying to get more and more people to buy it, but they never actually send them a device.
Wow.
Wow,
Amazing. Crazy. So it was just one of those things where like, and I'm gonna end up sending you guys a video so that way you guys can see this phone or to see the packaging of it, because you've already, especially you, Adam, you've already seen the phone, you've already got hands on with the phone, but
yeah,
sweet Jesus, what a sham! And shout out to the reviewer for actually like putting it through its paces, because I watched plenty of the Unbox Therapy videos, right? And so I just think that it's a little messed up, right? That they missed this, because Marky, like once he actually got his hands on the phone, he was all like, it was so obvious. It was so obvious that that's what this was. And what's even more interesting about that is that, and maybe it's just interesting for me, is that it isn't even the first version of the Galaxy Fold. It's the second iteration of it. It's with all of the updated, changes to the hinge and everything. Like it is that phone.
So,
wow.
So basically, all they did was just reskin it, and they just probably bought like say 50 of them to send out to reviewers just to scam people out of their money.
Yep.
Wow.
That's actually pretty amazing.
It's ingenious and it's so dirty.
Yeah.
So the reason why I made it on this list is because I did want to warn people, because if any of you, that do follow us, if you guys are into phones, I mean, shout out to like Billy, who was like big on the, oh my God, what the heck is
the OnePlus?
The OnePlus series. The like all those things that when they were first coming out, that they jumped on these great deals, right? This isn't one of those things. This is one of those like that. It's a sham. So for anyone who even heard mention of it, or if you did pay for it, do everything you can, try and get your money back. Call your credit card company or whoever, your bank. Tell them that that's a fraudulent charge.
Yeah.
Get your money back.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. You were saying about the the first iteration of it. You were saying that it was like a crappy Android phone.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking that this is like leftover burner phones from Pablo.
I know,
right? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
A shame.
Jesus. Anyways, how long have we had the people tied up here?
About 43 minutes.
All right, that's not too bad. Where are we at on topics? Have we burned through those?
Yeah, we just cycled back to the very beginning, what we were talking about. It's been a week.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. You were going to say, Adam?
I was going to say there was something interesting that I saw. I don't know if anybody uses Tubi TV at all.
I have the app, but I don't think I actually didn't.
Well, Fox bought them for $40 million.
Oh, I did see that headline,
which is interesting.
Really, I did not know that.
TV.
What?
Like Tubi TV? Wasn't that a free TV app? Like where they just
it's like Pluto and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Pluto TV.
That's nuts, man. How much did they sell buy them for?
$40 million.
Wow. I'm getting some interference here, so I apologize about that.
Say that again.
I'm getting some interference on my end, so I apologize about that.
No, you're good.
This is gonna be a really weird recording. We have our guest
Yeah,
star from long ago back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what getting that on this end.
Yeah.
But to circle around to, like, it has been a crazy week. Just to kind of put it into perspective for everyone. Like Marvin, and I think like you're cool with saying this, right? Because you mentioned earlier that they sent you home, right?
Yeah.
Like Marvin could potentially get sick, right?
Yeah.
We're doing our part as well to make sure that we're okay, right? We, like Adam and I, want to make sure that we're not going to get anyone else sick. So we're doing everything we can to keep ourselves taken care of. And it's just crazy how the week has transitioned.
Yeah.
And we still were like, all right, well then how do we scramble and how do we still get an episode to everyone? And it's kind of forced us to jump ahead a little bit in some of the stuff that we had hinted early on in the season that we were looking to do, right? Even last episode, we said that, like, hey, get ready because we're about to start announcing, right, some of the stuff that we're going to launch for season 3. And it was that we were going to put videos together, of the podcast. I mean, maybe not necessarily this format. I think this is kind of, shotgun wedding situation. But this gave us an opportunity to experiment with something new. So we apologize, if the audio quality isn't what you expect, we apologize. If the video quality, your 4K that your eyes might be used to, and then
what?
you're the highest deaf guy in the group. Like, that's just the way that is. But I think your TV's like Ultra 4K HDR /8K something, right?
See, yes.
and I'm Spanish. You couldn't ask.
Yeah, his TV came in a steelbook.
It did. That's actually how it was delivered. Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. But for all of those, for all of you guys, the audience, we're sorry. We appreciate you jumping on, giving us a listen here. We hope that you got some sort of enjoyment out of this. Sorry for so much of the heavy stuff. Marvin, Adam, if you guys want to take a look and see if there's any like last minute breaking things, I think that usually
I didn't see anything.
I just wanted to say about the that it's an interesting world we live in because of the fact of the movie theaters closing down. Yeah. That we're getting these new releases at home very fast now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Birds of Prey.
So it's Birds of Prey. We got Bloodshot coming out next week.
Yeah.
So if you want to see Bloodshot with Vin Diesel, there you go. You can watch it.
No, thanks. I'm good.
Yeah. But you're right.
I tell you, I'm totally not going to watch it.
Everyone adapting in some which way or form. What will be very interesting, though, is that 6 months down the road to see how much the world has changed because of this.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're right. A lot of small businesses are going to suffer first. But then not just that, but entertainment, as a whole is going to change. I mean, that's primarily the space that we live in here with this podcast. But I think people's day-to-day lives are going to be heavily impacted. It's going to be interesting to see how it all finally lays out because it's not just here; it's quite literally worldwide.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, another one of those like monumental things, like and go ahead.
No, I said this is going to be in the history books.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say. You guys, I know that you guys definitely, and we've spoken about it before. Like you guys can recall, like on 9/11, like when all that stuff went down.
Yeah.
Like that, you knew that day. This day will be remembered. Like this is not, hey, a hurricane passed, tornado, damaged, a few homes or whatever. Like this is one of those things that people will talk about for years to come.
Yeah.
And here we are 19 years later, like, oof.
Well, I mean, hopefully something is put in place, it doesn't happen again. I mean, it's going to, I'm sure, but
Yep.
I mean, hopefully not in my lifetime or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're still young. We're probably screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're screwed. We're screwed. But I don't want to close out on a public service announcement. I guess for everyone, wash your hands.
Yeah.
Soap and water is the best way to do it. The phrase is being thrown around like crazy. Social distancing, right? Distancing. Marvin, Adam, and myself, like, we are best of friends, and even we took precautions, to record like this episode. It's not a joke. Do what you can. Do your part. Don't cough in people's mouths. is not fun. But at the same time, let's not panic. Right?
Yeah.
Occasionally, pollen or something in the air makes you sneeze. Like, let's not get crazy. I was in a store the other day. I watched the guy sneeze, and this old lady was just like,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's allowed to sneeze. That's okay.
Yeah. It was similar when I was at the bank the other day.
Yeah.
There was a guy that sneezed, and everybody that was around this guy moved.
Like,
They were
nope,
like,
we're good.
They were like Sonic the Hedgehog, man. They just jumped.
Yeah.
Good God, that's funny. It is. It's crazy. And I mean, the one thing that I'm grateful for is that we as a group, like, we always use humor to get us through like the darkest things. It's one of those things that carries over with friends and stuff like that, like or even work friends and stuff like that too, where when we see each other in the morning, we go to shake hands, we go, did you wash your hands?
Yeah.
Do you have the like, are you clean? But at the same time, I mean, we do. We take precautions all across the board. So for those of you listening, please do your part. We're doing everything we can as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wash your hands. Hopefully this all blows over soon.
Yeah. Wash it. Don't be a jerk. Don't hoard things that you don't need to do.
That too. Yeah.
1,700 sanitizer guy.
Yeah.
We're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but you're right. This too shall pass, right?
Yeah, I mean, it'll pass. Restaurants will be open. The elderly will be able to go to McDonald's to have their coffee and read their paper.
Water.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever saw that, but I used to see that all the time. You go in for breakfast or whatever. They're always sitting there reading the newspaper with their coffee.
Yep.
That's where they want to pass their time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, whatever works for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all. I'm all topicked out. You guys got anything?
I got nothing.
Man, I'm good.
All right. Well, I'm Will. You can always find me over on Twitter at KryptonsWill or over at inouronestopinion.com.
Adam, your turn.
Oh, all right. It's my cue. He's pointing at me.
Oh, yeah. You're next on the list.
Yeah. As a reminder, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Adam_analyzes and AdamAnalyzes.com.
Yeah, .com. Hey, Adam, are you in the middle now on your screen?
He's in the middle.
No, I know he's in the middle on your
yeah.
Okay, so on mine,
mm-hmm.
You are pointing at me. I am on the right.
And then Marvin's.
I'm on the far
to
left.
the left.
Yeah. So he's the only one that's not showing up right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyways, you were saying.
Yeah. What?
Whatever.
No, Marvin. Man, I'm good. I already did my plug.
All right, I got it. You can find me on Twitter at TheArtfulGent and BuddyTalksPodcast.com.
Hey. Thanks again for listening, guys. We hope you guys stay safe. Have a great week.
Yeah.
We'll catch you next.
Good night.
See y'all later. I hope this comes out all right. If we had to record again, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
See ya.
Good night.